Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for.
Welcome to Unite Vegas. You clicked on this video because you want an answer to this question. Do you need to unionize? The answer is a resounding yes. To help prove our point, let's examine this 2024 TED Talk. Scott Galloway is an American public speaker, academic, author, and entrepreneur. Net worth $100 million. Scott points out how over the last 3 generations, each new one earns less and basic necessities become more expensive.
People are making less money on an inflation-adjusted basis.
A home has become increasingly more difficult to afford because the median household income has not kept up with median home prices. An unremarkable average person
The 2.27 GPA, raised by a single immigrant mother,
used to be able to open doors by going to college. But going to college has become increasingly more difficult for newer generations.
every year it's gotten more expensive. Not only is higher ed incredibly expensive, it's not accessible.
Scott follows up by charting some dire stats.
What's the first one? That's self-harm rates, which have exploded, especially among girls. What's the next one? Teens with depression. Cumulative gun deaths. You're more likely to be shot in the United States if you're a toddler or an infant than a cop. Next graph. Obesity, way up. Overdose deaths, way up.
Then offers some solutions.
We need to reform Social Security. We need a negative income tax, break up big tech. We need universal pre-K. We need term limit. We need income-based affirmative action. We increase minimum wage to $25 an hour.
I want to take this time to highlight the fact that Scott Galloway suggests a $25 minimum wage in 2024. Okay, this is for the eye roll people whom consider themselves economic experts. If you raise minimum wage, you'll raise inflation. Well, let's take a look at that. The federal minimum wage is $7.25. It's been like that since 2009. Now, let's take a look at inflation. When you look at that, inflation still happens. Some years are worse than others. If your pay raises aren't keeping up, this is how you're getting paid less every year. Scott justifies the increase to 25 by tying wages to productivity.
Minimum wage, and we've kept it purposely pretty low. If it had just kept pace with productivity, it'd be about $23 a share.
Not only was the TED Talk a YouTube sensation, but it had also been shared in academic circles.
The president of ASU saying, and the presidents of Purdue saying, come here, and they've been circulating my talk.
Media broadcast attention across the nation.
From what I'll call the retail media, whether it's Morning Joe or The View, which I've been on since this talk.
Scott Galloway has also had a chance to speak with Congress,
Where I spoke after Speaker Pelosi and before Senators Blumenthal and Blackburn.
And what ended up happening?
Nothing! Absolutely nothing!
We've become complacent. By taking the time to look for reasons to thank a union, you'll find 36 of them. Under 30 reasons became the standard nationwide before 1978, when union membership peaked during the Great Depression and post-war economic boom. 1978 also marks the year the pay gap between CEO and your typical worker started to diverge. Unionized workers tend to be the ones that, even through hard times, probably end up getting pay raises. In the 90s, we were told that technology was the future, and if you wanted a future-proof career, go into technology. That future is here, and this is what it looks like. Many of these cutbacks are coming even while these companies boast record profits. Even smart, rich, highly educated, and compassionate people can fall short of making our lives better.
This is fucking ridiculous.
We have to become active participants in making a better future for ourselves by uniting and unionizing.